thoughts, we know that Campbellsville is going to press our britches off today.
That's right, Coach. And with that press that they run most of the time, that's one thing the Lady Lions are going to have to work on today is limiting the turnovers. As a team, Campbellsville fourth in steals per game at 15 steals per game as a team, Coach.
And let's pick up the players. Rogers will jump against Chambers. Good matchup here. And, of course, the point guard leads for Campbellsville. We get the tip. It's knocked away from K.J. White. It'll be Freed Hardeman basketball. Their point guard, Pedigo, is the leading assist person in the conference.
I believe so, Coach. Number 8 overall in the NAIA.
Out to White. KJ looks, finds Reagan Floyd, and you can see the pressure that is put on by the Lady Tigers. It dribbled into the notch there, and it's stripped away, and now fight for the loose ball. And they'll say jump ball. The possession arrow says it belongs to the Lady Tigers from Campbellsville. Now, they are well-disciplined offense. They've only played 10 games, and they feel like that's hurt them some. 7-0 in the conference. Run a double high and an Iverson cut, popping out one of the post players and go back door. Here's a 17-footer up and good. And that is Pritchard, and she's from Tennessee, Courtney Pritchard. And I believe that she got some Miss Basketball honors while at Byrdstown, which is Pickett County. Reagan Floyd trapping. You see the trapping defense. You heard what Coach had to say about it earlier in the game, that sometimes a 10-second call is not bad. There's our second turnover. Steal that time by Pedigo. The kick out around the horn, back to the top of the circle. They send, there'll always be somebody cutting to the basket. They do a good job on backdoors. KJ picks up. That's a good matchup, her and Pedigo. There's the backdoor, the post. Pritchard drives. She's solid and strong, leaves it a little short. They pull the rebound, and we've got to get those rebounds, Michael.
That's right. That's going to be a key factor in this game. Can't allow second chance points for Campbellsville.
And now Reagan Floyd in trouble. We ran off and left her. And remember, the 10-second count is still on even after a shot. And there is the 10-second. As an old coach, I count in my head sometimes while I'm talking. We cannot run off and leave her like that because the pressure is usually relentless from Campbellsville.
That's right. As soon as Freed Hardeman gets that ball, doesn't matter where they're applying pressure right then.
On the wing with it is number 11, Lake. And we'll have our first foul. Foul. And we don't need to get LeMay, who was Player of the Week, named on January 25th for the Mid-South Conference. And Lake, let's see if that's Lake at the line. I look down, and first shot is up and good. And it is not, and we are missing our monitor after all tonight. Second one, shot it, got it. And that is actually Rogers, who hits 2 free throws, and there's the pressure again. Trap on KJ. She goes in. They come over the top. It's not a foul. Rogers knocked it away. And again, this is a physical defensive team, too. The kick out, Rogers, the left-hander shot, 3 up, 3 down. She's got 7, or actually it's 5 in the contest, trying to give extra points. LeMay has it. They go to trap her. You have to move the ball a little quicker and hit the extra pass will get you the shot against this trapping defense.
That's right.
You cannot dribble a whole lot unless it's good dribble penetration and kicking. 12 on the shot clock. Here's the shot, up and good. Chambers with her first 2. Caroline Chambers, always reliable in the paint.
That's right, Coach. Had a great game last game against Georgetown Thursday with 15 points, I believe.
Freed defends the screen and roll well, but again, good movement. Freeing up the shot from Pritchard. Her shot no good. And rebound by Lake. Back to Pritchard as she dumps it off on a bounce pass handoff. Driving the baseline. It gets away, but the Tigers have the angle on that one to get it. Down on the shot clock to 3. Shot left with 1 second. Picked up there by Chambers and KJ White, and they'll go right after immediately. Relentless pressure, and this is modern basketball at its best. Nice idea, good pass. It goes out of bounds.
Into the game for Lady Lions, number 40, Shania Brooks.
And here comes Shania Brooks into the ball game. Reagan Floyd to trigger the inbound. Again, pressure. Here's Brooks getting free. Brings it to the right wing with 15 on the shot clock. In the corner, LeMay's three. Up, off the iron. Actually, the solid part. Rebound, Caroline Chambers. She's immediately double teamed. Here's the pass to Brooks' left wing. Looking for a skip pass, but cannot find anybody. Now the cutter. This is good. White. A lot of contact. And they're going to say charge, or the officials say charge on that one. Our second team foul, White's first. Michael, a lot of action.
That's right. Campbellsville, the pressure's just looking like it's just getting to the Lady Lions, but maybe, hopefully, they can just respond to it after seeing kind of what they're in here.
And I'm going to have to throw it in a higher gear. Here's the Iverson cutting out of the 1-4 offense, rolling the post to the basket. Pritchard will hand off on a dribble handoff into the low post. This is Rogers. The left-hander brings it to the rim, misses, and Alyssa LeMay with the rebound, and the Lady Lions are running. Here comes Floyd. The senior makes so much difference, but she gets stripped of the basketball. And stealing it right back is Shania Brooks. And Floyd got it. She'll be fouled. And we will pick the foul up. That is on 13. That is on Savannah Gregory. Her first, team first.
And they have some more subs here for Freed Hardeman. Hannah Hughes coming in for Caroline Chambers, and Crumpler coming in for Reagan Floyd. Reagan Floyd, like Coach said, probably still going to have some limited minutes, Coach.
Yeah, you'll also see a lot of substitution. There's the back tip by the Lady Tigers. They get the ball on the loose ball. Turnovers plaguing us right now, Michael.
That's right, and that's going to be a key factor, as we said, just limiting the turnovers. Janai Brooks applying really good pressure here, Coach.
Absolutely good defense so far. Low-scoring game at 7-2. Now we hear a whistle, and there's a 3-second violation. It's the proper call, but you don't see it very often in college basketball.
That's right, and especially not on a very big leading scorer like Sammy. Or no, sorry, that's not Gregory, is it? That's Sammy Rogers.
Yeah, Rice Rogers, very fine player in her own right. Pritchard a little far out on the post, kicks it back. The three-point shot up. They get the rebound, and boom, just like that, a three-pointer. And that one comes from Faith Lake. And that is Lake's first points of the ball game.
I believe they called that a 2, Coach.
Did they call it a 2? Okay, we'll change the scorebook. Glad you saw it. I thought, and I did not see the line then.
Pressure is just outstanding here.
It really is. Shania Brooks gives it, and here goes Alyssa LeMay. She drives, strong young lady. The running one-hander is in there for LeMay, who was player of the week. It's 9-4. They don't give you any time. Quickly into the forecourt. Euro step by Faith Lake, and the ball goes out of bounds. Freed Hardeman. And both teams will have to substitute. With the pace of the game, no one can stay in a long time.
That's right, Coach.
And I believe they're going to call a media timeout. And with that, we'll take a timeout here on the Freed Hardeman Basketball Network. We're back with a 9-4 score, Campbellsville leading. And we want to welcome the Campbellsville fans to our broadcast today, as their fine crew was split today and couldn't come down here. Great game so far, Michael. The Lady Tigers have had the best of it with their relentless pressure, though, so far.
That's right, Coach. And we see a lot of their points here, or at least maybe half of them coming off second chance points. Lady Lions have got to defend that here because if more opportunities for second chance points, more likely Campbellsville is going to win this game.
8 turnovers for the Lady Lions, 2 for Campbellsville. They even use an Iverson-type cut out of a 1-4 baseline setup. Ball inbounded. Pritchard has it. She'll give to Pettigo. Pettigo directing traffic. Bounce pass into the post. They run the cutters across. Here's Pritchard with the drive, cut off, back to Pettigo. She's about 17 feet away from the bucket. Kicked back out into the post to Rogers. Her shot a little short. Chambers having a great rebounding night so far. Picks that one up. 3:43. You can see the time and score on our clock.
And
here's Purvine. Yeah, Purvine in. Kick back out to her. Around the horn. They do a good job of closing out on these threes. And Reagan Floyd brings it back out top with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Brooks. Now it's down to 5. We got to go to the hole and get a shot up at 2. When bingo, just like that, Shania Brooks from Linden, Tennessee in Perry County High School.
That's right, and that Perry County, a 2,000-point score for the Lady Vikings as well, Coach.
Still trying to round back into shape after an injury. Calls for a little help on that one. And with the basketball is Shepard, and we've got a story on her. It's knocked away, but Campbellsville gets it back. Her dad, of course, Jeff Shepard, that played with Tony Delk. Here's the 3 up. Pritchard misses. Rebound there. Chambers playing Windex Lady again. Tony Delk and Jeff Shepard played together at Kentucky, the father of Madison Shepard. And she has a brother at North Laurel. And you see the pass go astray trying to feed the post. And subs will come in. The brother is supposedly, according to the dad now, better than he was, and he played at Kentucky. So the young man must be pretty good.
That's right, Coach. We did have some subs. I believe it's number 24, Sarah Sutton, and number 25, Ashley McGeorge.
Okay, 2 new players in. Pettigo handles the basketball, gives to Shepard. Shepard feeding baseline, back to Shepard. Round the horn to Pettigo. She goes right wing, wants to go into that lane with the left-handed dribble. And a nice bounce pass got through there. Shot didn't hit. Rebound's going to be called tied up. And I liked it. We tried to kick it. They intended that pass for Lexi Lake cutting through there, who averages 9.8 points a game.
That's right. And luckily, the Lady Lions are able to get it back here, Coach. And they're coming out with that tight press defense again as well.
And that one knocked away as LeMay was trying to catch it 2 people. And we did the right things. Driving is Pettigo, and she'll be fouled probably on Reagan Purvine, and we'll check that out. It'll be Purvine's first. Of course, she's from Dixon, Tennessee. And Purvine should be team third, and the scoreboard backs me up on that. And that's Pettigo that will be at the line. And she got the first one. Bailey Pettigo, a sophomore, and I've got her as a 75% free throw shooter, so she's hitting 3 out of every 4. Hit that first one. Shot it, got it. She's hit 2, and it's an 11-6 lead, and now a new player in.
It's going to be number 5, Lauren Lee.
Lauren Lee's a freshman, and here's the pressure. Back to White. Good job. They get a trap, and you do a good step through by K.J. White. Here's LeMay. She's not been able to set her feet. We go inside to Caroline Chambers for her 4th point. It's 11-8. We're hanging with the number 1 team in the nation.
That's right. And we just saw Campbellsville not wasting any time at all, getting that ball down the court as well, Coach.
And they're back at you very quickly. We see the good usage of screens there. And Lee brings it into the lane, wanted to shoot the free throw type shot. Shot up and good by Sarah Sutton. She's got her first 2. Sutton averages 8.4 a contest. Here's Reagan Purvine with it, skipping it across, almost stolen, knocked out of bounds by Campbellsville with 22 on the shot clock.
This pressure by Campbellsville is unbelievable. Probably, if not the best in the NAIA, Coach.
It's pretty good, you know. They feel like Thomas More has a good team. Here's LeMay, and that one comes off the iron. That's the first time she's been able to shoot her set shot, but she's better from three-point line. Shot up by Sutton, no good. LeMay with the rebound. Again, player of the week in the Mid-South Conference. Here's KJ White. And we've got to get White started. She averages 9 a game, or 9.9, into Chambers, who's having a good night. Step-away jumper didn't stay on the rim. Purvine's got the rebound. Pass with a little bit too much mustard on it and gets through in a turnover. And that is the 11th turnover of the game for Freed Hardeman.
And Campbellsville this season is just only averaging 15 turnovers a game, Coach.
Yeah, only 2 turnovers for Campbellsville so far. A well-oiled machine. Driving is Madison Shepard, cut off. They feed low. That's Sutton. And Sarah Sutton gets her 4th point. It's a 15-8 game. Clock runs down 5, 4, 3, 2. The long pass to Chambers, 1. The bucket will count. Great pass. Looked like the football game that will be on tomorrow. And we get back to within 5. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, it's Campbellsville 15. The Lady Lions of Freed Hardeman 10. Let's take a short timeout on the Freed Hardeman Network. What a track meet we've got going here is the number 1 team in the nation. It has constant pressure, not just defensively, but offensively. We've used a lot of substitution, held our own, and we were in a lot worse shape. And we scored more points in this first quarter than we did at Campbellsville.
That's right.
And held them down.
That's right. Against Campbellsville, Campbellsville just had an unbelievable game. It was just they had it on the get-go from the start and just held that up through the rest of the game.
Leading scorer in the game is Caroline Chambers for Freed. Sammy Rogers with 5 leads the Lady Tigers. And it looks like Sammy Rogers will inbound to Pettigo. Let's see if we're playing man or zone. We're playing man because sometimes we show a little 1-2-2 zone, but not this time. This is pure man-to-man defense or player-to-player. Pettigo looking for a cutter. They go back door. We're there. Knock it away. Scramble for the basketball. Possession arrow should be in Freed Hardeman's favor, and it is. 2 fine coaches here. The first-year coach, Joshua Epperson, and, of course, entering her 14th season or in the middle of her 14th season, Ginger High Colvin, who played and has coached there, also did a great job reviving the old Campbellsville High School program. We broke the press pretty well that time.
That's right. We're doing a very good job of that here as we start the second quarter, Coach.
And for Freed Hardeman fans, I'll remind you about this. A 10-second violation is not a bad thing. It's better than turning it over for a layup. And we're having to call out as the shot clock is down on the left end of the court on your screen. First quarter stats here. We'll hear from Michael Mullenix in just a moment. Shot up, 3 down, Sammy Rogers. And she buries that one. She's now got 8 in the contest. And you got to go side, middle, side to break this press, and that's just what we do. Reagan Floyd has the basketball, but they'll put pressure on her. Here's LeMay getting it knocked away. The usually sure-handed LeMay, it takes an off-balance shot. And here come the Tigers motoring down the floor. Left side, Pettigo goes baseline. Back into Pritchard in the high post. And she goes to the basket. She is strong, and you see why she is such a great scorer. Her 4th point, Courtney Pritchard from Birdstown, Tennessee, the only Tennessee girl on their roster.
I believe the rest of them are from Kentucky, I believe.
Yes. Here's Reagan Floyd from Perry County in Linden, Tennessee. KJ White back to Floyd. NBA 3 just off the front of the iron. Rebound by Brooks. Nobody blocked her out. And sometimes in a trapping defense, blockouts can become a problem, but you're used to hustling after the ball. Knocked away before LeMay can get it. I think we're going to have to start stepping up a little more and meeting those passes because they have quick hands, and they are Johnny on the spot to a basketball. Pettigo looks it over, gets a cutter to the left wing, down on the baseline, feeding the post, and Rogers spins. It was soft but wouldn't stay there. They fight for the rebound. Pritchard got the rebound, and she's going to get 2 shots. Actually, that one went in, so she won't get 2. And that is Hannah Hughes' first foul, team's first, as we drain it by quarters. And Pritchard will go for the old-fashioned three-point play. The newer folks like to say, and one. I'm old time.
And
shot it, got it.
Now she's going to get subbed out here as well with Madison Shepard.
And Pritchard leaves with, looks like 7, 5 in this quarter. It's a 23-10 lead. Here's the spin move and pressure, token pressure then at the half line. Back out to LeMay. Now LeMay wants to drive. Brooks, nice move, running one-handers blocked, and they say she's fouled. She'll get 2 shots.
That might be on 13 right there.
And
that's who it is.
I believe you're right. That's on Savannah Gregory. I have her with 2, and I am correct. That will be the first team foul. Need to trust myself a little bit more on those. Lexi Lake coming in. She's a junior averaging 9.8. Some good scores for both teams out there. LeMay, of course, our leading scorer at 16-7. Brooks shot it, got it. And for those folks listening in Kentucky, sometimes I do that in honor of the late Bill Haney, the dean of high school broadcasters here. Second one good by Brooks for her first 2 points. Or actually, she's got 4 now.
She did hit one there at the end of a shot clock buzzer one time.
She sure did. Pettigo goes back to the top of the circle to Lake now. She gets it back. Pettigo brings it. And we're trying to make her play on one side of the floor with it, and we're trying to drive her right when we can. Over on the left wing, Pettigo's pass kicked out of bounds. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see if they cycle it. They should recycle the clock to 20. I was thinking so. And they've got it. 1 shot clock, and they'll make an adjustment at halftime on it. We've had trouble with the one on the left side of the court if you're going from left to right down on the Campbellsville end, but Freed attacking that basket right now. Here's the inbound. And that is Shepard that had it. It's given off. Pettigo comes back, and she sets that off, as you can tell why she's an assist leader. She runs the ball club. Here's the cutter off the high screen. Back into the low post. And spinning, and that one, Sammy Rogers has such a soft touch. She has 5 in the quarter, 10 in the contest. Here's the press. There we go, side, middle. You go back to the side, you break it. That's the way it's done. And LeMay, first 3-point attempt. And guess what happened?
Go.
Dial up Alyssa LeMay from not downtown Henderson, but Mount Pleasant, Tennessee. Here's the driving layup by Pettigo. The left-hander leaves it up there, comes off the rim, and we get it, and we're out to Crumpler. Crumpler gives it to Brooks. Brooks, the sidestep, the kick out. Around the horn, we wanted LeMay, but they close out quite well. The running one-hander, they'll take it off the boards. She's going to draw her second foul on the charge. And that will be a MasterCard foul there. Not quite an American Express one. You hear the horn blow, and that usually means that there is either going to be a conversation or a substitution. Now they're ready to play. Good officiating, holding the game up till we're sure that there's only 10 players on the floor.
That's right.
5:35, of course, you can see that on the Worthy Road Studios clock and score that's always on there. Here's Pritchard. She's almost got a free drive to the hold in. Did not rotate very well.
Little miscommunication there. Couldn't tell who with, but I'll see that later tonight when we watch it again. That's
right. Around the horn. That's Pritchard's 9th point unofficially. We'll check my book against the real book. Brooks won't now. Again, they've cut us with good drive and kick. 3-pointer comes off the back of the iron. We tip it, and LeMay gets the rebound from the tip from Chambers. And very good battle going on in the post area from time to time. Here's Chambers getting free, and she converts, and I've got her with 8 points. It's a 10-point lead by Campbellsville, though. Driving is this. I start to say Shepherd. It's actually Lee. Shot from three-point area, no good. That was Shepherd. LeMay's got it, gets rid of it to Brooks. And they match up some out of this press, and then they trap as much as possible. Here's into Chambers. She pulls up. Nice soft touch. She's got 10. Chambers is going to have a big night tonight.
That's right, Coach. Someone's going to probably say you need to call the fire truck, but I believe they can keep that at home for right now.
Yeah, we need an atomic bomb explosion out of Chambers. Good defense by K.J. White against Lee. Close to a 5-second count. Pritchard comes out and gives her some help. The dribble handoff. Here's Pritchard going to the hole. The side step. She's gotten through, and she's got 9 in this quarter, 11 for the contest. We cross-court it to Brooks. Let's see if they put the hard or the soft trap on. Soft. Here's Crumpler. Bounce pass is kicked, and that time Courtney Pritchard looked like a soccer player kicking the ball.
Right.
Purvine and Floyd to come back in.
Media timeout on the floor.
Media timeout. They take a timeout, and with the Lady Tigers leading the Lady Lions 29-19, we'll take a timeout on the Freed Hardeman Basketball Network. Back in a very competitive contest, even with the 10-point lead by Campbellsville. And I can see why they would be the number one team in the nation. 14-3 on the turnovers. Michael, your thought about that?
That's really the only thing that is hurting the Lady Lions today. They're doing a good job of breaking the press. They're doing a good job on finding the open man for the score. And just really the only thing is just the turnovers hurting them today.
As you can see on our fine clock from Worthy Road Studios, 3:40 left, 20 seconds on the shot clock for Freed Hardeman. Deep pass outside to Allie Crumpler from East Hickman High School. She gives over to Floyd down in the corner to K.J. White from Trenton, Tennessee. Now it'll be a turnover. If they get to it first, Shepherd will take it all the way, and she does, and lays it up. Madison Shepherd for her first 2 points. Here's the pressure back on again. Nice press break. They lead White. Recovery, though, by Shepherd to cut that off. And we go around the horn. Floyd wants a screen, gets it. They switch, come over. Driving, Crumpler, her shot. Nice running one-hander jump shot. Crumpler, her first 2 tonight, Michael.
That's right, and that's really the only dribbles you need to take right there is one that's going to penetrate and kick to the basket.
Nice ball movement, quick, crisp ball movement. Down to Lake, back into the post to Pritchard. She's going to kick out to the runner on the baseline, and we bump her. And that looked like Faith Lake cutting on the baseline, and that was a nice, I call it a tight high-low.
That's right. Luckily, that's only Chambers' first there, Coach.
Absolutely. Good call by you. Second team foul in this quarter. Shot it, got it. And that is Faith Lake's 3rd point. Lake a junior. Second one, shot it, got it too. Lake, a 73.9% free throw shooter, and that was obvious then that she's very good at the line.
That's right. And checking in the game for Campbellsville is Rogers, Pedigo, and I believe it was Sutton as well. Yeah, it was Sutton.
That time, good press break. We hold it up, don't attack. Here is Floyd driving and kicking to White. White to Purvine. Purvine from Dixon High School. Floyd's got it at 8 seconds, skips it over. Crumpler gets rid of it. Floyd's three-pointer up and good. And that's something we have missed a little of, and Reagan Floyd getting better every game. Just her second game back. Big three for her and the team. Good switching defense right now. Sutton had it, tried to feed the low post. Let's see who touched it last.
I believe it was Reagan Floyd.
I believe she did, but Sammy Rogers did a good job of nicely. She didn't do anything, but she looked like I didn't touch it. And sometimes as a referee, you watch kids' faces. She did a good job. Shepard has it, kicks it out. Back to Shepard. Now to Pettigo. Over on the left side, Rogers. And see, that's what's important about her. She can go inside and outside. She's got 8 1/4 and 13 in this contest. 36-24. Long floater. That's dangerous. Another floater to Purvine. We got both of them. And that time the pass was intended for White, and Brooks thought it was for her.
That's right, but luckily we were able to get it back there.
Into Purvine in the lane. A lot of contact, and I think they'll get Sammy Rogers for the foul then.
Foul called on Campbellsville,
I believe that's her.
Sammy Rogers.
That's just her first.
That's
I
just
thought that
her
might have
first.
been her second.
Gregory is the one that has 2 already.
I believe they're still sitting her. I believe I don't see her out on the court.
Purvine hits her first one. She's 63.6% free throw shooter. She eyes it, tries it, and buys the second one.
Substitution for Hardeman, number
Freed
41,
subbing again. Reagan Floyd quickly back in the ball game. Got to keep a lot of guards on the floor.
That's right. And really only need one post player in there with Sammy Rogers.
That's right, and Rogers can take you outside. Dribble, drive, kick to Rogers, top of the circle. This one off, rebound, comes down to Brooks. And they pick her up. She goes to the side, spinning off. Good job that time by Reagan Floyd to avoid the pressure. And we'll center it back out front. Skip pass to White. They've really limited our threes. Purvine saves us in a 3 by Brooks off the iron. No good, and Campbellsville's got the rebound, and they kick out to Pettigo. Pettigo makes an attempt at it in circles and brings it out and will start the offense. It's a 1-4 high. They feed down into the low post. Rogers, that shot, it went high off the glass and fell in.
I thought Caroline Chambers did everything she needed to do right there, except blocking. Maybe that's one thing she did need to do right there.
Shot clock is off as Purvine picks up the ball, steals it back from the trap. 10 seconds left in the half. Freed's got to get moving to get a shot. They go to Reagan Floyd. They skip it, and we'll have time to get a shot from there. It's White's shot. That's no good. At the end of one half of play, Campbellsville 38. The Lady
See how
Lions
this
of Freed Hardeman
second half will
26.
start here for the Lady Lions. Can't get in that third quarter drought like we have been doing, though. And hopefully that'll be a good momentum booster out there, Coach.
Yeah, just the 4th turnover, I believe, and yeah, I am correct. We get the ball, and we've got to cut our turnovers down. Our rebounding killed us, too.
That's right. I think we got out-rebounded by 12.
And you said they got, 9 more shots than we did?
That's right,
That's
12
a big
if
difference.
12 if you do count the free throws.
Now there's I call that an unforced turnover. They pass ahead, and laying it up and in is Faith Lake. Her first 2 of this quarter, her 6th of the contest. And there they go right back to the pressure. And this is a very well-coached and a good ball club. They hustle. Both teams well-coached. Joshua Epperson establishing a culture. We go back to the middle to LeMay. LeMay lobs it over, and that's the way you break it. Nice job by the Lady Lions.
That's right. Campbellsville is always going to have one person we see on the back try to cheat up and steal the ball, and that gives Caroline Chambers a good open lane to the basket down there.
And that's 12 for Chambers. It's like we're in a zone. Yeah, they run a cutter through, and we didn't pick her up. Now, we didn't shift and cover the post, and Courtney Pritchard missed it but got the rebound back. Muscles one up, gets it back again. Muscles another one. This time Chambers came out of there, and they're going to call a foul. The foul will be on number 4, Pettigo, and I have that as just her first foul, the first team foul of this quarter.
She didn't. I don't think she fouled at all in the first half, Coach. She's playing very physical, but no foul.
Interception. Rogers wants to go the hole, kicks it out. Pettigo dribble drive. Around the horn, Rogers will shoot a three. Top of the circle, three up, three down. Sammy Rogers, who is having a big night tonight.
And if you're Freed Hardeman, you have to get out on them shooters. Zone, man-to-man, no matter what, you have to get out on them.
Yeah, 18, and here's a turnover. And the turnovers are killing us. Pettigo with the left-handed layup for her fourth point. And I think Freed's going to call a timeout and talk about the turnovers in the press break. And we're going to take a timeout on the Freed Hardeman Network with Campbellsville leading 45-28, 8:04 to go in the third quarter. And I know Coach is talking to him because here's what you don't want to do. Number one, it's better to take a 10-second violation than to give them a layup. They thrive off of their turnover points. Campbellsville does. Secondly, we got to step up and meet those passes a little bit. And the best way to make a break a press is to go side, middle, side. If you have to go back to the middle again, you take your time. And the late John Wooden said, be quick but don't hurry. And we're violating all of those right now. And that's the reason Coach Epperson, again, folks, is building a culture. He is building a program. Now, Ginger High Coven has already built a program, and she inherited a good one and has even built on it further. And time and patience with the Freed Hardeman team is a big thing, and same thing out of the fans. And to inbound, looks like it's Crumpler. We'll check and see, but to White. There goes the middle. You go back side. There's the side again, and you break the press, and that's how it's done. Here it is to Crumpler, but they forced her to throw that lob, and that gives them time to recover. LeMay, first time she really got her three set, even though she hit one a while ago, misses that one. They're running. Pettigo has it. We stop them. We're in the zone, but we've got to make sure. Now we go man. We matched up. There's the lob play to Rogers, and she did the smart thing. She came back under the bucket. She's got 5 in the quarter, 20 already for the contest.
She's, if not one of the best players in the NAI, one of the best players in the Mid-South Conference for sure, Coach.
Reagan Floyd got it there. We had a good play, but their recovery, and that's another secret of the press is recovery. Pass in the corner. Driving was late. They kick it back out. Shot up. And is that a three? Yes. And that one is Savannah Gregory, and believe it or not, that is just her first points of the contest.
Lady Lions off to a slow start here, Coach.
Yeah, and first and third quarters against them are very important. You make your move in the second, fourth. Here's the pass into Chambers. The hook shot, and Chambers is having a big day. She's got 14 now. Caroline Chambers from California.
Lady Lions really need to have good next 2 or 3 possessions here, Coach, if you want to still stay in this game with Campbellsville.
Yeah, we're 20 down. Looks like an offensive foul then. And that one, it's Campbellsville's second foul, and that's on Courtney Pritchard, her first foul. Purvine in. Looks like Brooks is in. Did I miss another substitution?
I believe – see, I know number 11 for Campbellsville, Lake, went out. Not exactly sure who came in. I think it might be number 12,
yeah, there's
Lexi Lake.
There's the pass to Brooks, but here's back to LeMay, who will drive the one-hander. She drops it off into Chambers, who's got 16. You see, though, we went side, middle, side, how easy it is to break a press when you do it the correct way.
That's right. And Freed Hardeman, again, need to have a good defensive possession right here. It doesn't matter how you get the ball back, just as long as they don't score.
Good movement. There's the back door as we lost focus of our person. And getting the bucket is number 13. That's Savannah Gregory, now has 5 in the game and is back to a 20-point lead. Brooks may have gotten a little shuffle there and gotten away with it. She's trapped trying to get rid of it and does. Now the 10-second And the referee counted 10. And again, it depends on when you start your count. I only had them at 9, and the next tick would have been 10, but we wouldn't have gotten it across. So adding to that turnovers list, which is not good, I've got 19 turnovers. It may be 20. We'll check the official DAC stats. Rogers wants to wheel and deal, and she shoots the 3 after a couple of jab steps. It's short. LeMay with the rebound. Now they double LeMay. She kicks it off to KJ White. White gets it into the forecourt and wants to go towards the hole. The jump to Chambers. Chambers a little off balance that time, and it does not fall in. Campbellsville quickly on attack. We had 4 back, though. Good job by the Lady Lions. Here's Pettigo driving the running left-handed shot off. They get the rebound. Underneath, that's Rogers pivoting, jump ball.
And looks like Freed Hardeman's going to get it back.
Possession arrow, Freed Hardeman's way, as Michael told you. And let's see, at the table they point at it, and they'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with a 20-point lead by Campbellsville over Freed Hardeman. You're watching the Freed Hardeman Basketball Network. Now, I don't have my monitor here today to normally show me, but if we get a shot of that front row sometimes, Paul Schultze, our director, can hear me. Can see Coach Stutz and his family, see the assistant coaches, the children down there, everybody enjoying the game, the men with a surprise day off here, and I needed to have checked on the Campbellsville men. We're glad to have all of y'all here, and again, special hello to Donna Wise, and I know of a bunch of parents that are watching. And, of course, you're seeing your favorite coach now, Ginger High Collins, in her 14th season, doing a great job against our young coach, Joshua Epperson, who is building a culture and got the Freed Hardeman Lady Lions playing hard. Now, they tried to take the middle away, but we went back to the side, and that time we got trapped in the corner, the place you want to stay out of there. It's like an extra defender there at the half line. Campbellsville back on the attack, 21 turnovers for Freed Hardeman. Now, is it a block or a charge? Probably going to be a block, and I don't know. Now, Coach is asking for an explanation, and it looks like they're doing more than talking a little Shakespeare.
Believe the referee is saying that Pervine hit the Rogers right there before the charge occurred.
That is Rogers' first free throw miss, and she's an 88.9% free throw shooter. Second one from the left-hander, shot it, got it. And like I said, that's unusual. She's got 6 in this quarter and 21 in the game. And obviously the press back on because this is part of Campbellsville game. Back to the middle. We go side. May has it, controls it. 20 on the shot clock. And the press makes you use time up, too. And we took all of the 10 seconds allotted to break this press into Chambers. She shoots softly and up again. She's got 8 in the quarter and 18 in the game.
She's having an unbelievable game. Alyssa LeMay, they're guarding her tightly, so not able to get a lot of shots up. But Caroline Chambers is making up for it here, Coach.
Yeah, they're inside of her jersey sometimes legally. I'm not saying that's illegal. That's how tight she's guarded. They go high post and then back door. Rogers gives it off to the right wing who drives, and she reverses field. And Rogers is just tough down there. Uses her body well. Gets 2 and will try an old-fashioned three-pointer, or as the young folks say, an and one. And it looks like Reagan Pervine has picked up her 3rd foul. That is an item, so the Dixon County High School star goes to the bench. LeMay goes out, and is that Reagan Floyd back in?
I believe so, with Allie Crumpler, as you see there.
Bringing those guards back in. Shot it, got it, and that looks more like the 88% free throw shooter that we've seen out of them. They have Caroline Chambers flash the middle. They pick her up. We reverse it, which is wise. There you go. Stay out of that corner. That's the trap, especially when you're short. We get it back. But shot clock now, turnover. We got in a bad spot where you can use the sideline and the half court as an extra defender. Three-pointer, air ball, misses. Chambers to get the rebound.
And they're instantly going to apply pressure out here, Coach.
No, they don't ever take it off. Missed shot, made shot, constant pressure. Does wear on your legs in the way the NAIA tournament is set up, though, sometimes.
That's right, Coach.
You got to use a lot of subs, and kids know they're going to get to play when you have to sub a lot. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 8 driving is Floyd. Is it a block? Yes, and it'll be 2. Floyd going, and you kind of hold your breath on some of these. Pritchard tried to draw the charge. Be her second. I've got the team third. At the line will be Reagan Floyd, a 90% free throw shooter. Actually, it's 90.5. She'll be there for 2. And I'll let you handle the wholesale substitutions.
So we have number 12, Lexi Lake, number 13, Savannah Gregory, number 24, Sarah Sutton for Campbellsville, and coming in for Freed Hardeman, we just saw number 24, Alyssa LeMay.
And she will actually be the post lady in this setup. First one by Reagan Floyd, short. And again, she's coming back from a very serious knee injury. And sometimes the old leg stiffens up a little bit on you, and that's unusual for the 90.5% free throw shooter. That looks more like Reagan Floyd, the senior. The only senior on the Freed Hardeman squad. 2:52 to count. And Michael, even though it's a largely big defensive possession here for us.
The game's not over with yet, so as long as the game's not over, you're still in this game, Coach.
Absolutely. And LeMay gets the rebound. I thought there might have been a little walk in there, but sometimes when you officiate, you get to watching the upper body instead of the lower body. Here's Floyd back to LeMay. LeMay wants to go to the hole. She tries to get a scoop pass off, and they say it was last touched by Freed Hardeman. Crumpler tried to do her best to get the and I see Floyd coming off talking to coach, and she may head to the trainer here in a second because I know there was something said about the leg then. Here out on the high post, the back door, great job, but coming across, and that may be Pervine's 4th foul. And it is.
Might have to go back with Chambers here.
Reagan Pervine with her 4th. It'll be a 2-shot foul. First one, shot it, got it. Campbellsville backing off to be ready to press. No rebounder. Good free throw shooter at the line. Made both of them. And, of course, that's Savannah Gregory. So here's your side. You got to return it to the middle now, but we don't have anybody flashed in the middle. We broke it only because they backed off a little bit. Burbine, skip pass. Down on the baseline. Brooks wheels, deals, shoots the short jumper. Shania Brooks with her 4th point of the contest.
And got Pritchett right there on her feet. Kind of little hesitation move there by Brooks. Got her that little mini open shot right there.
And let me correct that. That's Brooks' 6th point as you see the turnover. And that is only the 7th turnover on Campbellsville.
That's right. And Lady Lions are going to have to force some more turnovers here on Campbellsville to be able to stay in this game and limit their turnovers as well, Coach.
Campbellsville's gotten 42 shots up. Now that's got to be a foul, and yes, it is. The young official calls the foul. That's Savannah Gregory's 3rd foul. Only the 4th team foul, so the next one will put Freed Hardeman in the bonus with 1:27 to go in this quarter. And again, we play by quarters in women's basketball. Here's the drive and in by KJ. Yeah, her first 2 of the night, Michael. Very surprising.
She's been trying to fade the open man, not look at so much as shooting the ball, but she might have to start doing that here, Coach, taking it in, trying to draw some more fouls here on Campbellsville.
Now, to me, the version of the Campbellsville defense is a 1-1-3 matchup zone with pressure. shot up and down, and a pretty good one by Sarah Sutton.
And now just under a minute left to go, 45 seconds left.
Then we get a pass tip. You got to fake a pass to make a pass. Turnover, plaguing us into the right corner. It's like Pritchard driving the baseline, wanted to spin off. Sutton went back door, and I think Coach Ginger Highcoven calls a wise timeout with 32.5 seconds. We'll take a short timeout and be back with Campbellsville leading in this game on the Freight Hardeman Network. We're back, 19 seconds on the shot clock, 32.5 on the game clock in the third quarter. And Michael, even though we're down a little bit, we need the good defensive stand right here. Take something into the quarter.
That's right. And any little bit will help right here, Coach. Any little bit.
Let's see if we're matching. No, we're playing zone. Here's the shot from outside, and draining that one is Lexi Lake for her first 2 points. All right, she's got 3 now. Faith and Lexi Lake, we have twins on the floor if you haven't noticed that. I know the Campbellsville fans know it. Nice press break then, but White brings it out.
Oh, we did see right there Maggie Kroom come in, Coach.
And Maggie Kroom came in and driving, and they say jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to Freight Hardeman with 2.6 seconds left. That's plenty of time to catch, take a dribble, wholesale substitution. As much defensive as it is, there's not an offensive situation. Put a lot of good defensive players in there. Freed goes with 3 across the free throw line, 1 floater into LeMay, whose shot goes up. Left a little short at the end of 3 quarters of play. Campbellsville 63, Freed Hardeman 39. We'll be back on the network for the fourth quarter after this timeout. Back for fourth quarter action. Welcome our Campbellsville fans in, as long as with our Freed Hardeman fans. Michael, your thoughts to this point in the contest?
Like we've been saying the whole game, the only thing that's really hurting the Lions, 1 is turnovers, 2 is just getting the open shots, finding the open shots, breaking the press now, seeming to have a little trouble with. And we have to find that open man no matter where she is. Gotta find her, gotta get some shots down, Coach, and down, my math is right, 14, 16, looks like 4 or 24, my bad. 24, and 10 minutes left on this clock. Sammy Rogers leading all scorers with 24 for Freed Hardeman. Caroline Chambers with 18. And something to look at, our leading scorer, LeMay, who's averaging a little over 16, only has 5 points. They have played her very tightly. That's right.
She's not really gotten any good looks. She's made what she's had. 2 well-coached ball clubs here. And Campbellsville has the ball first. Rogers left wing into the post, and she'll go back door with a cut. Driving is Courtney Pritchard. The kick out to Rogers, who's capable of shooting a 3 from out there. She goes in and cuts. Nice handoff. Good block. Chambers, we didn't get the rebound. They did, and Pritchard gets it out to Pettigo, who goes baseline. Shot is left short, but we ran by and failed to block out. Here's Rogers, and don't leave her open for 3. She's got 27, and I've got her with 5 threes now in the contest. Got to get the ball out of the trap. Watch the 10-second count. to LeMay. Nice pass there. LeMay's going to drive to the hole. She wants to float, and that time she floated, and we missed, but got the rebound. Chambers shot short.
Looked like she might have got bumped on that, but not exactly sure. She was being blocked from our vision down there by a couple of Campbellsville players.
Here's the dribble handoff, and they drive hard once they get the basketball, they being the Lady Tigers. Pritchard, watch her take the ball. Good defense. We could have easily been a charge, but it was a good no call. The referees were wise then. No call. And we've got new players coming in. We've got Ashley McGeorge for them. And who came in for us, Michael?
I believe Shania Brooks coming in there for Reagan Floyd.
Okay. And Reagan Floyd coming off. And we've got to break somebody down the middle. But they've been matching up lately out of this. See, they're trying to take the middle away. So you go back to the middle and reverse it. There's the skip. That one was a good one. There was no chance of intercepting, but they trap immediately, try to cut the passing lanes. Reagan Purvine driving to the hole. She gets bumped. No good. Rogers with a rebound out to Pettigo to the left wing, and now they'll reset or got to pick her up quickly.
Yeah, she can shoot from long range as well, like even probably about 5 feet from the three-point line, Coach.
Good defense by Brooks then. Into Rogers in the low post. She leaned in, used her body wisely. And we'll check the foul situation. Well, they say it's on 33 for us. I don't think we've got a 33. I think they meant something different. First shot up by Rogers is good. Yeah, now they got it right. It was on Chambers, her second. That's a nice smooth stroke at the free throw line by Rogers, who now has 5 in this quarter and 29 big ones for the game. There's a timeout. Both teams have 3 timeouts left. We'll call a timeout on the Freed Hardeman Basketball Network with Campbellsville leading. And we've got our correction on the DAC stats. And actually, we are out rebounding them 39-12, but they haven't had to take a lot of shots. They're shooting 50% from the field. And actually, for the game, 52.3 at this point. And we're shooting not bad, 55.2, but I'm glad we got the rebound straightened out. Here's Purvine on the cut. Pass ahead to White. She runs it down, gets into the forecourt, wanted to go to the hole, but good defense cuts her off. And now feeding into the post, and it looks like McGeorge is going to pick up her first foul. Team's first. It'll be inbounded on the baseline. LeMay, step back shot off the back of the iron. A little off today on the shot.
That's right. Campbellsville pressure might be still trying to get in rhythm with that, Coach.
Yeah, she didn't have to go backwards on that one, but did. And the good defense out front, close to a 5-second call. They feed the post. They kick it out to the left side. It misses. Good block out over there by Purvine. She needs help, though, and there's the right angle to get it to Brooks. She spun without walking, and that is very tough to do in that point. Reagan Purvine brings it down. Gives to White. White wants to go to the hole. They come over to help on her. She misses, and the rebound, Sammy Rogers pressured by Brooks. Rogers gets the outlet pass. Now Campbellsville drives and kicks. Steal by Shania Brooks. Long pass up the floor, and that's Rogers, and Caroline Chambers was fouled, and that's the way to go after that ball. It's Rogers, just her second foul, team second in the quarter.
Let's see, Reagan Floyd's going to check in here for Reagan Purvine. And I think that's all the subs they're going to have here at this on this dead ball here.
Yes, and again, we got the corrected rebounding stats, 19-12, and actually it's been added to. It's probably 19-13 now.
And
Brooks with the basketball looking. I think they were looking for Chambers, but they built a house around her. Nice baseline pass to LeMay. Her shot was down and came out.
It's like there's just a force field on the basket for her today, Coach. Just not able to get in rhythm here.
Yeah. Campbellsville defense may have something to do with that. That one looked good and looked down, and I don't know, Moon Stars are playing. There's that baseline cut and a nice high feed. Into the post, they feed again. That looked like Lake, and that was Faith Lake getting the points. That's her 8th point of the night. It's a 70-39 lead.
It looks like Campbellsville might be putting the pressure putting the pressure off just a little bit.
Well, I think they're going more passing lane and less trapping, try to cut the angles down, but they have not quit hustling. Yeah, we got to call a timeout because we had nothing. They cut all our passing lanes off in a good timeout. That'll leave Freed Hardeman with 5:42 to go in the game, 70-39. We'll take a timeout, a quick timeout on the Freed Hardeman Network. And we are back, and I was thinking about something. I will watch my little official DAC stats. Sometimes you get a printed stat and you don't always get them read right, or something gets out of position where it normally is. Rebounding battle we do have, but we don't have the point battle. And now they say that we stepped on the line.
And the turnovers today has just been the key factor here for this game. Campbellsville has been connecting on at least 60% of them, Coach.
Yeah, and 25 turnovers for Freed Hardeman to 8 for Campbellsville. Here's a 3-up off the iron, rebound. Chambers, her outlet pass almost stolen, but picked up by Freed Hardeman, and that was Crumpler. They trapped LeMay to make her give the ball up. Match up on the point. There's always constant pressure. Again, to me, it looks like the 1-1-3 matchup. They're coming through the back of Caroline Chambers. Will be 25, and that is McGeorge, her second foul. And looks like we're going to have another timeout. That'll be the third team foul. We'll take a quick timeout and come back on the Freed Hardeman Network. We're back, and you saw Crumpler get a shot up, and it was blocked. And an unusual thing, I think the referees made a mistake on the timeout, so my rebounding error on the paper stats is not the only error. Purvine cutting to the basket for her first two, or actually her fourth.
And Reagan Purvine has been a really key player here for the Lady Lions lately, providing some key minutes and just an overall good team play, Coach. Absolutely.
Three-pointer up, three-pointer down, and shooting that one is Lexi Lake with her 5th point of the night. And it's a 73-41 lead with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the contest.
Campbellsville is just shooting lights out here in the second half, Coach.
They really are. There's Chambers, and she throws the hook that almost fell in and didn't, but she'll be at the line for 2. And the foul is on Sarah Sutton. She wears number 4. Now, this is the correct time. This was what they were trying to call a while ago. We'll keep it here during the media timeout. I don't feel so bad about reading my paper stats. And at one time, I went back and looked. One of the ones I had was wrong. I have my DAC stats in front of me. Let's look at what it says up to date on this. Right now, Campbellsville's 22 for 50, which is 50%. We're 16 for 35 at 45.71%. From the free throw line, they are hitting 92.8%. That is 13 for 14. And we're not doing bad, but we haven't been there enough. 5 for 6 for 83%. Now, on three-point shots, they're hitting 7 out of 16. That's 43.75%. We are only 2 for 9, which is way below our season average for 22.2%. We're not getting good looks. They're pressured. They close out well.
That's right, and that's just been another key factor for today. The closeout, the pressure, everything defensively has gone right for Campbellsville for the most part here in the second half and this game as well, Coach.
And I wished I'd gotten this stat earlier, and I appreciate my DAC stats getting straightened out to my computer here. First one, shot it, rolls around, falls in for Chambers. She's got 19. She'll attempt the second one. There are 37 points for Campbellsville off of turnovers. Second one, good. Chambers has 20 now. She's been a bright spot today with her scoring. Looks like we're showing 1-2-2 zone, and we got to talk to each other. We don't play a lot of zone, so there's the pass in. We covered. We got to get backside in case it misses the rebound. Chambers with another big rebound. She's had a good day today.
And we saw last game she had a double-double against Georgetown, I believe. 15 points, 13 rebounds. She's got 20.
She's got 11 rebounds.
11 rebounds. That's another one today, Coach.
Crumpler with the basketball on the right wing, needing help, gets into Purvine high post. She wanted to go, gives to Brooks, who will go through there and get body foul. And that looks like it's on number 25. Is that if that's 25 or is it 24? It's McGeorge, I believe. 25, that's her third. Team's fifth. And we would shoot no matter what. Brooks has 6 tonight, 2 for 2 from the line, make it 3 for 3 from the line. Now, Brooks is improving her free throw percentage. It was at 62.5 coming in. She hasn't had a lot of playing time till late. Second one rolls around. A United States steal shot falls in for her 8th point.
That's right. And you said hadn't gotten a lot of playing time last year with the ACL injury. Just now coming back. I believe it's just right after the Christmas break in January. So, yeah, not a lot of playing time here for Brooks this season.
Missed shot by Boyle that time, and playing Sky King was Brooks, who got up in the air for that one. There's the pass. We're cutting, trying to do the right thing. The pass was intended for where she was, and so with miscommunication, and now I think we've got some new players coming in. It looks like Kyle will come in. Tyron Kyle, who is a pretty fair three-point shooter when she's on the floor.
That's right. And in addition to her, Hannah Hughes also entered the game. Both came in for Reagan Floyd and Caroline Chambers.
We're in the 1-2-2 zone. They go to the high post. They kick it left wing. Shot up and down by Maddie Boyle. Her first three. She's going to get more playing time as she has transferred or come in. I believe she's eligible for the second semester, so she'll get more playing time. COVID games have hurt Campbellsville. Only 10 games played, and they get it knocked away from Hughes. Hughes was working hard to get post position.
This Campbellsville pressure is just beating everybody today, Coach.
Look at, and that's smooth by Brooks. Muscled away, got the inside position, and a nice shot. Brooks has got 10. I think that's her first double-digit scoring this year. There's the cutter down the lane, and instead of being in front, you got to jump to the ball, force all cutters behind. We foul from behind. That one is on Crumpler. Be her first. our team second. They'll go to the line and shoot two. First one, shot it, got it. That is Sutton at the line. Sutton is a 100% free throw shooter. And she keeps it that way. She's, 8 for 8, I think, on the season now, shooting free throws.
I believe so. Entering the game for Campbellsville, number 20, Gracie Thompson, a freshman out of Greensburg, Kentucky.
And again, they show the 1-1-3 matchup defense with traps, which is a good defense to do this out of. Crumpler, skip pass. This looked like Taryn Kyle. It was close and almost down, but bouncing out. And that looks like, is that McGeorge with the rebound? And Campbellsville, again, they run their offense so crisply. Passing, a little short, high-low. The right-handed hook is off. Rebound Brooks. 1:55 to go, and Brooks is motoring down the floor with the jump shot from about 5 feet that misses, but she was twisting. That looked like the old Shania Brooks motoring down the floor, and if that one is completely back from the ACL, fans need to watch out there. And now a timeout called by Campbellsville. And I think it's mostly it's one of those where you just want to sub in.
That's right, and enter the game for Campbellsville, number 23, Drummonds, 40, Ashanti Gore, I believe, and then I think number 22, Elizabeth Bertram. And we see coming in for Freed Hardeman, their freshman, number 23, Kenneday Atkins from Gleason, Tennessee.
Yeah, played for one of my good buddies, Brother Sean up there. And here's Brooks, and like I said, looking much better. Purvine tries the three right side, and Purvine drills it. Reagan Purvine. She's got 5 in this quarter and 7 in the contest. 1 minute and 5 and counting, as you can see on your clock. And we're going down at the end of the game to coach and catch him down there. Down into Hannah Hughes, low post. Her shot misses. Brooks rebounds and gets fouled. We'll have an interview with Coach Joshua Epperson. And one of the things, if we ever get to have the Campbellsville fans again, we talk to, there's the first shot in. And Brooks perfect on the night shooting. And she'll get her second one here in a moment. Eyes it, tries it, buys it as it crawls over the rim. And we'll have another substitution coming in for Freed Hardeman. .42 seconds left in the contest as they bring the ball across. That's Bertram. She gives it off. They go into the high post, looking to go back down low to Gore, but they don't get it there. They go back outside to Drummonds. Back to Nally, out front. Three-pointer off the iron, rebound, Freed Hardeman. And now Coach Epperson calls a timeout. And getting everybody off the bench in there. Three-point shot up, misses, goes out of bounds. Let's see who touched it last. Looked like it was touched last by Campbellsville. Shot up, no good, rebound, and it is put back for 2. 78-54, 5 seconds left. Campbellsville will be classy and hold the ball as Bertram held it. This is a final. 78-54, your final.